Good day, good evening, my friends. Danny here, and today I really want to take and walk you through, hopefully very briefly, on what I call simply sweet deal. When I'm the house that I'm going to show you is really fits into everything that we like when we're buying houses in so many ways. Obviously, it's never going to be perfect. I just want to walk you through, and I really want you to focus on the main aspect of this property and investment and opportunity. So let's dive in to this property. This is our Excel. I just used a little bit different colors just to make it a little bit popping a bit. Um, I'm actually not going to go through all the details because I know you guys can read Excels. I know you guys can read the details. I really want to emphasize what you should be paying attention to. I'll start by saying that it's a upper middle class city, suburb of Birmingham, upper middle class neighborhood. Actually, this house looks less nice than the other houses in the community. Maybe that maybe it doesn't sound like an attractive or an appealing proposition. The house is okay, but when you do a drive through like a street view, I mean, some of the nearby houses are really manicured and they just look very nice, very nice. Um, this is a very one of the more desirable cities, suburbs in Birmingham with good schools. The house is located about 30 minutes from downtown Birmingham with a very easy access to highways and quickly up to Birmingham. The price is really reflecting something we don't normally see at this price point for this area, right? For this area, for this city, for those school. This is like the sweet town that a lot of people want to live. The upper middle class sweet town with a nice downtown that a lot of people want to live in. It has a good, kind of vibe. Schools are 22 out of 30, right? 22 is relatively high to what we normally see. So schools rating is 22 out of 30. That's a good start. Excellent. Size 1750 square feet. Like for me, the ideal house for what we're looking to do is probably 1750, just about that. The house has been on the market on and off for a very long time, right? That's always raises a suspicion. I'm always suspicious why that has happened. Part of it has to do with the market, part of it has to do with the economy, part of it has to do with wrong pricing. Who knows? It doesn't matter. We need to. It does matter, but we don't need to question that too much. We just want to see if maybe this is an opportunity for us to get it for a better price. Asking price at the moment is 270. I'm rounding up. Market value, I've seen as little as 300,000 and as probably as high as 320. All the houses in the area are more like the 300,000 plus. I just use 290 to be a bit more cautious. So it's asking 270. I'm using 290. Honestly, I think it could be easily 300,000, but let's just be cautious about it. That means if we get it for 255, which is 15,000 below asking, we have an equity from day one of $35,000. Maybe we only get it for 260. You know what? We get only $30,000 based on this Excel, probably more like $40,000 plus in equity in a very desirable area. I keep mentioning that. Um, the house seems to be it's from 95, so it's a bit dated. You can probably just do the bare minimum and get away with about 1900 dollars in rent, maybe spend even less than $7,500. It's not that it requires $7,500. I'm just using, maybe it's need a roof. I don't know. We don't know that just yet. Floors are newer floors, paint, some of it, touch ups, etc. We may be able to get away with anywhere from 5 to 10, depending how much work we need to do. I can tell you that the deck at the backyard, yeah, looks tired, needs some refreshing, maybe power wash. The fence the wood fence in the backyard also seems to be kind of tired. I wouldn't replace it. I wouldn't touch it. I would just fix it around, screw it up a little bit. So there is some deferred maintenance, not necessarily big ticket items, but you know what? We just want to be cautious with those assumptions. Um, I'm not going to go over the details of the rent. You know how that works. I did want to mention with a little bit of an interest rate reduction we're seeing this week, and this one is actually showing relatively good cash flow. We can actually start considering, which has been a while, maybe even putting 25% down instead of our standard 30. If we put 30% down, we will even go to probably 6.5 with 30, which is fine. I'm just using 25 because I think this house can probably sustain 25, which will help with this, lowering our required cash to buy that property, the down payment, and all those additional costs here. So if you want to consider 25, this may be a good fit. If you want to put 30, not a problem, right? I want to dive into the actual deal attractiveness. I want to point out a couple of things. I'm working on the assumption that you spent about $80,000 as down payment, closing costs, etc., to buy this house. And based on the $80,000 investment, if we're looking at the 5 years, and this is where I want you to pay attention, we are estimating slash predicting, right? There's no guarantee that in the next 5 years you will accumulate about $95,000 in principal reduction, in cash flow, in a little bit of appreciation, right? This is 100%, more than 100% on your investment, right? On your $80,000 in 5 years. No guarantees, but this is what we're seeing here. On the top of that, this house is generating with 6.6 percent interest rate and 25% down, $2,000 ish a year in cash flow after all expenses. There's a little bit of HOA here, which is nice. Of course, if we put 30% down, that will increase. So cash flow is not amazing at the moment, but it is nice relatively to what we see. Remember, 25% down. We have not purchased a house with a 25% down for quite some time. On the top of that, you'll probably gain an additional more than $1,000 a year if you refinance to 6%. So if you get a chance to refinance throughout this year or next year to around 6%, the cash flow will increase by 50%, meaning by about $1,000. So you guys, when I look at this house, what I see, good, excellent area, desirable city, excellent schools, close to downtown, a bit old, but not too bad, right? That means it needs some work. This house will need some deferred maintenance, some attention, nothing major. I went through the photos and I got to tell you, it has a lot of natural light, has a lot of charm. When I see houses that on top of everything have the charm and the natural light, they're always houses that are easier to sell in the future and easier to lease because they kind of sell themselves, right? The characteristics, the lighting, the kind of nice features, obviously it adds up to the attractiveness of this property. This is located in Metro Birmingham. In Metro Birmingham, we have one of our really top property managers, someone that works very hard for you. We rarely have complaints about this team and this person who heads this team. I'm not saying anything is, nothing is perfect with property manager, but relatively to most of the property managers we work with, we have a lot of silence from the Birmingham team. For me, it's very valuable to have silence, meaning silence being not a lot of investors are complaining. It's a good sign. In summary, this house can sustain 25% down. We are seeing low interest rate this week. Good for us. It's an excellent location. It's not at the end of the cul-de-sac, but this is a street that has two ends that are cul-de-sacs, and this is towards one of them. So it's even on a smaller, kind of low traffic or more enclosed street. Beautiful houses around it are always, creating attraction. And when I looked at the price per square feet, I couldn't find anything even close to the asking price when we do the price, the dollar per square feet. So this is 40, maybe 35, $40 below what I'm seeing in the area as a dollar per square feet pricing. That's significant below. This is assuming we can get it for 255, right? This house, if we can only get it for 260 or even 265, in my opinion, based on all those factors, still makes perfect sense. If you are interested, either to learn more, to ask us more questions about this, get more detailed information, maybe get in touch with our local agent to put an offer, you know what to do. We're right here. And, reach out to me or Jessica. We'll be happy to walk you through the details, of course. Thank you for taking the time. I hope to hear from you very, very soon. These are exciting times to be in real estate, at least in my opinion. I'm seeing a lot of great opportunities that I have not seen for quite some time. Thank you. See you soon or talk to you very soon. Bye bye.